Yeah, hello people. Pam param param pam pam param param pam param. Yeah, I always love to hear that music. Yeah, so it's good to be here again. Yeah, so this is about Stream Park 2022, a showcase of Africa's future. Uh, Started on Tuesday, and it's been a great experience. Yesterday was a big hit. Tuesday was a great one. Yesterday was a big hit, and again a number of wonderful things happened, unfolded, and we are glad to, we're happy to give you an overview of what has happened today and then what you should look forward to in tomorrow's event. Again, it's about the showcase of Africa's future. If you see what's happening in this event, you get to understand that the future of Africa is bright, right? This future is a show of hope, right? We know that Africa is going to be a bright continent because of what we have seen young people doing, because of the excellence, because of the innovations that young people have begun to demonstrate, right, on the platform of stream, right. It's so soothing and so exciting, right. This is the new normal of education, right. This is the future of education, even in Africa, right. And I'm so excited about it. Okay, so quickly, we are going to move into the agenda for the day. So we had promised for the kids that were on ground today, we had promised that we're going to announce the winners of a number of the activities. I know right now you're watching on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube. We might probably have most of the kids watching from Facebook. I know you are looking forward to hearing what the winner is for those activities. Of course, that will be coming to you shortly. We have Badubi in the studio. Badubi, let me know. Can you hear me?
Right, I can hear you loud and clear. I can hear you loud and clear.
Awesome. So yeah, hi kids, Badubi is in the studio and is going to be announcing shortly the winner of the activities. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so we're just going to start with that quickly, and then afterwards we show you, a number of things that happen, pictures and videos, sights and sounds from today's event. Right. All right. So Badubi, I'm going to hand over to you.
All right, a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Welcome to the viewers out at home there today. Welcome to the Stream Park Day 3 review. As the days gets on moving, becomes better and better and better and better. And
Yeah.
it's a bit unfortunate that today was the last day we had with the students, but it was a really exciting 3 days. We had a
And some of them
wonderful
are
time.
already crying because they are not coming tomorrow.
Oh no.
Yes,
Oh
actually,
no.
we had students who didn't want to go to back to their buses today. The buses were there packing, and they're like, "No, we are
Wow.
not going. We are used to coming to Global
Wow.
Expo. We are used to coming to this kind of setting. I'm not going to. I don't want to go back to school. And this is school enough.
Wow.
We are learning. We have been learning. So yeah, but like we've already mentioned, I don't know if Dan can play that video to actually show the challenges so that viewers at home can see what exactly we have been talking about, the
Okay.
challenges that you're talking about. Then if you are ready to play them, you can just play them so to give them an overview of what exactly we mean when we say the challenges, the DI challenges.
even if I don't. What are we doing?
So as you can see, that when the students were finalizing on the finals of the DI Robotech Challenge. The
I see.
students were competing school by school in the Robotech Challenge. So this is just a chance for everyone to gain appreciation of what was happening with the students during the session we had today.
Yeah, yeah, this is so interesting. Yeah, this is real teamwork in action. This is real collaboration in action. This is real critical thinking in action. This is real ideation in action. This is real problem solving in action. A lot of skills I see in that atmosphere. Yeah, that's a great one. That's a great one.
All right. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give us an overview of the Students Dream Park edition. I want us to be able to understand the awards that you're about to participate, where they're coming from. So I want everyone to gain an appreciation of the activities that we had. So I'm going to state the winners after showing you the activities that we had during Stream Park 2022. I know our viewers are watching anxiously to see what really transpired or which school won, to see,
Yeah.
that they're really excited. So then if you can now move over to the slides so that we actually share with the audience this beautiful experience of Stream Park 2022. Okay. So at Steam Park 22, we had the DI Robotech. So the DI Robotech was a hackathon type of approach, which meant one, the students were tested on the time they're building and as well as the coding aspect of it. So they had to set up a robot. They had to build the robot from scratch. The first team to actually build that robot had a chance to become a winner. Then they given the opportunity to also program that robot. So it was really deep into robotics. Then we had the DI STEM education debate. So the debates were heated, were really, really, really heated debates. It was a wonderful debate for both the junior division and the senior categories. So the debates were actually in issues of STEM. We talked of ideas of human cloning. We talked of the humanity subjects versus STEM subjects, which also students gave us, in-depth understanding of the subject matter. Then we had our famous instant challenge competition, which makes students to actually think instantly and think on their feet. We also had that opportunity to actually have a few instant challenges, of which teams performed exceptionally well. We had also invited the educators on the day to actually have a chance to see what it means. Then we had our 3D printing competitions where they had to design after designing it and they had to actually print it. So then we had our Girls in STEM conference, of which they will be not receiving any awards for those. So the winners of those
Yeah.
debates and those activities, like we had already promised to our partners, our viewers at home, that we should be awarding the brilliant teams. Our partners, BITC, Botswana Investment and Trade Center, will be hosting our ceremony tomorrow, meaning that those teams which were participating in the categories that I have mentioned before will be getting the prizes. So I will start with the longest, which that actually took some time to deliberate and actually finish. So on the 3D printing challenge, we had a team from Gaborone Senior Secondary School coming up second in the 3D printing contest. Then we had another team from drumroll, That one is still yet conclusive because we might have a tie, so the judges are still actually looking into the actual winners of the 3D contest. But we believe that once they are sorted, we will be sharing the results. Then for the debates, for the junior categories, the winners are Maikano Junior Secondary School. The winners for the debate are Maikano Junior Secondary School. So Maikano are the winners of the junior category of the debates. Then for the senior category of the debates, we had actually 4 schools contesting for the senior category, being Gaborone Senior Secondary School, Mogoditani Senior Secondary School, Liduman Senior Secondary School, as well as St. Joseph's College. And the winner of that category was St. Joseph's College. So St. Joseph's College are our winners in the debate category. Then we have the DI Robotech. The DI Robotech. And the DI Robotech was won by a joint team of students from 3 schools. A joint team from students from Liduman Senior Secondary School, Mogoditani Junior Secondary School, and Patima Tuition Center. So those are the teams that actually won the DI Robotics final. And in case they have missed this presentation, we will be sharing those winners in our social media platforms tomorrow, and we will be sending specific invites to those particular schools. So see you guys tomorrow at the BITC award ceremony. Remember, it's a black tie event, so you'll be rocking your school uniform. Make sure you freshen up and get ready for this marvelous prestige event.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much, Badubi. Thank you for the update. Congratulations to all of the winners. Of course, to everyone that was around, to every of the participants. Congratulations to everyone. Everyone is a winner. You guys have all done so well, and I'd like you to know that. Yeah, so congratulations again to everyone. That's a sweet one. Okay, so that's cool. We are just in a moment going to move into some other parts of today's event. That were quite exciting and quite powerful and and worthy of mention. Would have been mentioned in this conversation, in this discussion this evening. Okay, so we looked at what's it called? We just saw a video on the on the Robotech challenge and some of those activities, right? And I did know that today there was an instant challenge competition again today, right? And the kids had to work in group, to solve some particular problems, right? We're going to look into that briefly, right? I think that was handled by Dan. Dan in the studio, are you there?
Sure.
Yeah. So Dan, let us feel the heat. How did it go?
All right. Yes. So basically, just like, well, for those of us who have been with Destination Imagination, for the students, even for the educators, they know that at Destination Imagination, we value, the soft skills. And I was saying the foundation to these soft skills are the instant challenges, because it's not only for the students, even with the educators. And I believe tomorrow we will have some instant challenges for the educators as well, because these are the backbone of the soft skills that because with these instant challenges, the students get to perfect their collaboration skills, their time management, their creativity, their critical thinking, and a lot more. So without saying much, let's quickly go through a brief of what happened today during the instant challenge. It must be table number 2 and tall. That's one attribute of a tower. It has to be tall. Number 3, it has to be strong. Okay, so this is what you're gonna do using the materials that have been provided to you. Let me see the papers. How many of you have got the papers? Let me see them, with them. All right, so now, just like we did before this time, you're gonna have 2 minutes of talking without touching the materials. 2 minutes of talking And after that, you're gonna have 5 minutes of exhibition without talking. Any questions? Okay, let's listen. Okay, let's start.
We use the papers only.
You use the papers only. Only use the materials that have been provided to you. Any other question? No? Your tower should be strong. Well, if you want to make it tall or short, it's up to you. But just know that at the end of the challenge, your tower should be able to carry this book. Yes, yes. So, let's get started with the 2 minutes. 2 minutes of talking and planning. Your time starts in 3, 2, 1. We go.
Hello, Master. How do you talk without holding the papers? This is the ideation
The first
stage.
2 minutes.
The first 2 minutes you talk without holding the pieces of paper in front of you.
Okay, clap hands together for that. Thank you. That was a good job. Okay, clap hands. Okay, now to this tea. All right. Okay, okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's listen and look up. Okay. All right, well done. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Wow. That's it. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, but it was really fun because you
Yeah,
know, getting to familiarize with these things, it helps. It helps a lot, and I believe
yeah,
if these
absolutely.
things have been there way back, like it should have made a lot of impact in the society. But
Mm,
it's not too late. We have our young
mm,
innovators upcoming.
mm.
Because imagine building a tower with just mere papers. And
Yeah,
it simply means these kids have to think deeply, rethink, and think, to bring out an answer. And so I
mm.
believe, yeah, and that's the reason why they are, oh, they wish they could come again tomorrow.
Yeah, 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 absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, that's great. So it's such a nice concept. The fact that you have to find a solution and then you have to discuss with the team. Just in that atmosphere, you keep seeing what really looks like. The reality, what really looks like the workplace today. You see in various industries. You see team members having to solve problems, collaborating, brainstorming. I mean, in other companies and things we do, these are the things that we do. We have to sit with our team. We have to really, really get problems solved, and we have to do it in the shortest possible time. Yeah. So Max Jack, I see you from Facebook. He said only one team is going. Eh, yeah. Max, I got that. I got that. Yeah. Dan, you want to roll out the previous comment? I think there was a previous.
Okay, so basically, I am not too sure about that because I think
Okay.
he's trying to ask if only the winning team will come for the grand event tomorrow. But we will
Okay.
clarify that and get on to each and every student.
Okay, okay, yeah. Mantle, yeah, Mogampe saying, shall the winning teams come to fairground? Yes, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Mantle. Thank you for the comment. Yeah, Antonio. Oh, Antonio from LinkedIn. Thank you so much. It's a great event, but I need to go. Have a nice one. Yeah, thank you,
Yeah,
Antonio. You're the best.
sure.
Thank you for joining the conversation. All right, so cool. Um, um, so tell me, Dan. Tell me, Dan. What's the next thing you want us to jump on? I know we still. I know Miss Kim had a session with the kids. I also noted that Miss
Yeah.
Vivian had a session with the kids too as well. Um, okay, maybe we start with Miss Kim. Miss Kim's session with the kids.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. So I'm talking about Miss Kim's session with the kids. You want to give us some highlights and then some sights and sounds, so our viewers can see
Okay.
what
Yes.
happened today.
So well, with regards to her session with the kids, um, she she basically came in to do a brainstorm and also to give an overview about Destination Imagination, because we have some new kids who just joined for the first time. And I was so happy that the kids who have been with Destination Imagination, they were able to give every single details. It's like they have Destination Imagination at heart. Not only they do not just know Destination Imagination, um and by mind, but they know Destination because they know what they benefit from Destination Imagination. And so quickly, let's see how beneficial this session was to the kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stream-based non-government organization that specializes in helping preschools, middle schools, high schools in coding and robotics in the 21st century.
Yeah.
So far, they've taught us critical thinking, self-awareness, communication skills, coding, some masters and coding, right? Robotics and 3D. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, she's done a very good job. Just to wrap it up on what we do, we focus on STEAM education. Can somebody tell me what S stands for? What is S for? Science, technology,
robotics, engineering, and moms.
Technology, engineering, and mathematics.
and why is that important? Why do we do STEAM education? Why do we do STEAM education?
Use the education to provide engineering and robotics detail. Such that people can become engineers and everything that's related to science. Use degree education so that people can learn about science and robotics and mathematics. Using open engineering world.
Era of internet, of technology, of artificial intelligence, of robotics, some of the things we do, we don't need to do them anymore. And one of them is what? Physical labor. We focus on automating processes. Why should we spend the day sweeping this room? Does it make sense? No. Do I need to have a good brain to sweep here? No. That is why we call it what? President Masisi calls it what? A knowledge economy. Right? How you can use your skills. How smart can you be? How can you apply? But then, there's a huge difference in working hard and working smart. Okay? It's one thing to have that skill, it's another thing to apply the skill. Okay? Start with the organization. We're not worried if you can't do the job, as long as you have the right attitude. Okay? That is where when we met somebody like Alfred, we love his attitude. Okay? He is smart, he speaks well, he communicates, he collaborates, he's a problem solver. Okay? then skills anyone can get them. You can get on the internet and learn how to do 3D printing. You can learn how to build a robot. You can solve a lot of hard problems if you have soft skills. Okay? So one of the things I want you to leave this workshop with is you focus on working on your soft skills.
Sure.
Yeah, nice one, nice one, nice one. This is just beyond the conventional. So these are young people who are learning in a different way. Stream just opens up a different paradigm, a different pathway, a different narrative, a different revolution. And these kids are loving it. It's fun, it's interesting, and it's fulfilling. And I know we're gonna keep seeing more and more and more and more and more of them. Okay, so quick one. Let's talk about the session that Miss Vivian had with the kids, where she spoke a lot about entrepreneurship. Um, you know, um, so I know that that's a very very great one in Africa. This is a very serious aspect for us in Africa, and entrepreneurship. What we see today is that even across the continent, schools are beginning to bring this in, but we're not seeing much of it. We're not seeing it, really yielding a lot of things as it should. But I love the way the destination machine is really going about it. DI is practical about it. Entrepreneurship is not something you come and start talking about, right? It's not just a conversation. I love the way DI is so practical about it, and you see what kids are doing. I think early in the year, I had an interview with some DI kids, right? What's their name? I can't remember their names anymore. I think I had an interview about three of them, and they showed me stuff they had come up with, how they were solving some problems in some villages and some places here and there. I was so excited. Also, so I love the way our destination imagination that will make it real and so practical, and it's not just a talking thing. And it's so great that even Miss Vivian was around with the kids to really dwell and bounce on that aspect. What do you say to that, Dan?
Yes, sure. Because looking at the world we live in today, it's the 21st century, and one of the things Mrs. Vivian was emphasizing on was the aspect of entrepreneurship. A lot of people, they have the ideas. A lot of people, they have that thing in them, that talent in them, but they are afraid of taking risk. And entrepreneurship is about taking the risk. It's about going beyond the imaginable. It's about selling your product even amidst the challenges that you face. Yes, of course, challenges are bound to happen in our daily lives, but as young innovators, it is of great importance that we come to realize the essence and the necessity of entrepreneurship. And I believe that was what she was driving to. And without wasting much time, we can just go through quickly and learn a lot from how the session went today.
Yeah, sure.
We did not say 10 years from that time. We were enjoying the moment. We were enjoying the fun that we are having as teenagers. We were enjoying our friendship as teenagers. Some of us had boyfriends, girlfriends. We're just having fun. But some of us did not realize that time goes like this. And because time goes, they say time flies, but you are the pilot. So we didn't know that time will go. When time goes, we're going to become who we are to become. You remember the song I sang the first day I came here? I know I can. I can't remember. I know I can. If I work at it, Okay, repeat after me. I know I can
I know I can
be who I want to be.
be who I wanna be.
If I work hard at it,
If I work at it,
I'll be whom I want to be.
I'll be who I wanna be.
I'll be what I want to be.
I'll be what I wanna be.
The truth is that it doesn't just happen. So the next 5 years, when you meet him, how are you going to react to him? The next 10 years, when you meet your friend on your team, who would you have become? Are you going to hide your face?
No.
Because you don't want him to ask you, oh, hi, how are you? What are you doing? Where are you? And you don't have answers to those questions. Because we want to have answers to those questions, it is pertinent that we begin to think about what we want for ourselves. I'm going to be talking briefly on entrepreneurship. Now, who can tell me who is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur, who can tell me?
An entrepreneur is someone who is for himself.
Yes?
I'm an entrepreneur. I have an online business where I sell my art.
So what?
Wow! She is an entrepreneur. She has an online business where she sells her arts. Who else is an entrepreneur?
I like that.
Yeah.
My rent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So briefly, that was how the day was today. It was really a beautiful session, and yeah, it was just awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. I like the fact that she gave that analogy, understanding the
Yeah.
fact that how time flies, and that's just the truth. This is 2022, and
Mhm.
there's this thing that is happening to time these days. Before you know it, it's just whoop, right? We're just in 2030, we're in 2035,
Exactly.
like it just goes flying. And the time to do anything is now. The time to pursue that the idea is now. The time to market that idea is now. The time to solve that problem is now. I like the fact that those kids are getting that impulse, that they're getting that momentum, even at this
Exactly.
stage. And
Sure. Sure.
that's what we want for the continent. That's what we want our young people to begin to think like that. And so when our education is focused on solving our problems, then we'll just discover that in the shortest time, we probably will not have any problems, because most of our problems has been taken care of by our education, right? And which is the missing link, in Africa today. The kind of education we see in Africa today is not designed to solve Africa's problem. So the education stays has been 30, 40, 50 years, and then the problems have remained because there's nothing really speaking to the problems. But what Stream is doing is that Stream is redirecting education, right, through entrepreneurship, making it possible
Sure.
for education to now begin to speak to the problems, address the problems. Just imagine that every child in every school is solving a problem somewhere, millions of kids across the continent are busy solving one problem or the other. Then what that means is that we rather in the future of Africa, we're going to have a lot of solutions everywhere, and we're going to have just few or minimal problems. And indeed, Africa is woke. We have gotten it right, and we won't let this go. This is going to continue again and again and again. So awesome. Okay. Yeah. So Shailene, are you there? Can you hear me?
Hello,
Yeah. Hi, Shailene. How are you doing today?
I'm good and you, Miss Adibayo?
Yeah, I'm great. Yeah, it's so sweet to have you in the studio. So Charlene, so I know you were on ground. You witnessed the whole event, and you saw all of those moments and everything. What do you think about today's version of Stream Park?
I think it was a bittersweet occasion. It's been a wonderful journey the past 3 days. And just wrapping it up, there was just a feeling of, I don't know, just feeling of fulfillment and also just a little bit feeling sad that it's over. It was,
Yeah,
yeah, the students had so much fun. They learned a lot. They interacted with the other schools, which I don't think they have a lot of opportunities to do that.
yeah, yeah,
So I believe they made new friends, you know. Um, the other partners that we had on board also introduced learners to just different aspects of stream.
mm.
We had VR where kids got to experience that in real time. So it was just a blissful event.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, Charlene. So Charlene, if you look at today's event, what
Mhm.
would you say was that aha moment? Was that big bang? Was that awesome moment? One or two moments that just stood out for you, in today's version of Stream Park.
I think for me, I might be biased because I really
Okay.
love I love it when the students are free and express themselves openly, you know.
Mm,
They're just given that platform to vocalize their ideas and come to um their own self in terms of
yeah,
expression. So for
yeah,
me, the aha moment was um in them having gratitude over learning is a journey, right? it's
yeah.
not it's not a destination. You're
Yeah.
constantly learning. So
Mm,
for them to be able to reflect back on the months that they have had or they have interacted with DI and feel that there was progression that they have made, where before I joined DI I didn't know that there were this other career choices, or there was this way of learning or acquiring new skills, and now I have. So I think that was the aha moment, just realizing that you really are impacting students one way or the other.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Charlene, for pointing that out. A great one indeed. A very fulfilling experience indeed.
Yeah,
Thank you, Charlene. Thank you for
most
the effort and
welcome.
thank you for everything.
Most welcome.
Yeah. So again, it's the Educators Symposium. It's starting tomorrow. Just like we said yesterday, when we think about stream, we think about the implementation. We know that the
Hmm.
educators have a great role to play, in making it happen. So Shailene, do you want to talk about one or two things, that educators should look forward to in tomorrow's symposium? The expectation is so high.
Okay, I think that's great. We cannot separate the student from the teacher, so I think what they should look forward to is them having hands-on experience as to what it is that the students have been engaging in. So they get to be part of the process. Before, I feel they have been bystanders, or they haven't had the opportunity to really interact because of work constraints. They still
Yeah,
they have a lot of work to do. So I think this
yeah.
will just give them opportunity to relax and delve deep into what we have been doing with students.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much, Charlene. Yeah, of course. So on the screen you see, some of our speakers, for tomorrow's educators hangout. Yeah, Vivian Davidson is going to be we educators tomorrow. And a number of other um, um, awesome and amazing speakers lined up. And I want to tell for everyone listening, for the educators that are listening to us, I need you to know that tomorrow is so power packed. It's so power packed. You really don't want to miss any session, right? I can tell you for free that after tomorrow's session, you are going to be a transform educator. You're going to have that momentum that is so high enough that you want to take your kids to the moon. I'm not joking. What you're going to be thinking about, is that the sky is no longer. Of course, this is the space era where the sky is no longer the limit. Humans have gotten to the moon now this time around. So now, you're thinking of taking your kids to the moon.
Yeah.
You're gonna see a lot of excitement. Yeah, Dan, what do you say? Yeah, hi Dan, are you there?
Yeah, just like you mentioned, I hope I'm audible.
Very well, very well.
Yeah. Just like you mentioned, because since day one, I witnessed the enthusiasm not only from the students but from the educators, and I can feel the expression of how happy they were and how impatient they were as well for their own time, because I could see every day going with the kids, having the kids being part of that exciting moment, and they themselves want to witness such. I
Yeah,
so believe that they themselves want to witness such, and it's not an event that an educator would want to miss out on, because we have been saying it is time to I don't know that there is a saying in the entrepreneurship world. It's abbreviated as TOT, that is training of trainers, and that is held in most organizations in offices across the globe, because in as much as you give out it, just
yeah,
like a tank or like a container carrying water, when it gives
yeah,
out, it needs to be refilled.
yeah, absolutely.
It needs to obtain that which it has given out. And so this is the time for educators to be refilled. This is the time for educators to be empowered, because when you're empowered, then you will be able to empower others. So tomorrow
Yeah.
is the day. I am so excited as well, and I'm quite sure they are going to come out in their numbers to witness this life-changing event.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, tomorrow is really going to be a great day. Please, to every educator out there, do not miss this. Please do all to follow us on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn. We're rolling out updates every now and then, as to this event and as to important things you need to know about Stream Park 2022. We look forward to receiving everyone tomorrow in the Educator Symposium, all right? And this is where we are going to call it a day for today. Thank you so much, Dan. Thank you so much, Chilin. Thank you, guys, and thank you for your time. It's been a great time, Stream Park, the showcase of Africa's future, and yeah. So we have Miss Nonovo, one of the speakers. We have Miss Rukumba, and and a host of other amazing speakers that will be on ground, at the Dedicator Symposium. Once again, we look forward to receiving you tomorrow, and I will be back again after tomorrow to give you a review of tomorrow's event. All right, so this is what we'll call it today for today. Bye, bye, and see you again tomorrow.
Thank you so much. Have a good
Yeah,
night.
you too.
Thank you so much.
Alves plunging into the mix with Diego Rica. There are a few players taking risks.